Hello everyone, welcome to INFOSEC. My name is Amit Pandey and I'm a security and a cloud trainer at INFOSEC. In this video, we are going to discuss about some of the defensive security interview questions. What is port address translation? In the realm of networking and information exchange, the term port address translation (PAT) holds a significant place. PAT is a fundamental concept that plays a pivotal role in managing the flow of data between private local area network and vast interconnected landscape of the internet. With its ability to optimize the use of available resources and exchange security, PAT is a critical component in modern networking systems. Port address translation, also known as network address and port translation, is a network function that enables multiple devices within a private network to share a single public IP address when communicating with external network, such as internet. In essence, it acts as an intermediary between the device within the private network and the external network by mapping multiple internal IP addresses to a single external IP address. PAT operates at the transport layer of the Internet Protocol stack, dealing primarily with the Transmission Control Protocol, which is also called as by the name of TCP, and User Data Game Protocol, which is also called as the UDP. It assigns unique port number to each communication session, allowing multiple devices to use the same public IP address simultaneously. So how does the PAT works? When a device within a private network initiates communication with an external service, PAT comes into play. So what really happens? First comes the source device. A device in the local network initiates a request to communicate with an external server. The requests include the source IP address and the source port number. Then comes the PAT mapping. The router or firewall response for PAT assigns a unique port number to the request, creating a mapping between the internal source IP address and an external IP address along with new port number. Then the third step we have in place is data transmission. The modified packet, now with the original source IP address and port number along with the newly assigned port number, is sent to the external server. Then the response. When the external server responds, the destination IP address and port number are those of the external server. The router uses the mapping information to determine which internal device the response is initiated for and forwarded the response to the correct device. The fifth is data exchange. The communication continues with the router managing the mapping with the translation of the port number to ensure proper routing of data packet. Now let's talk about the advantage and application. Port address translation offers several advantages that contribute to the efficiency and security of network communication. The first is IP address conservation. With PAT, a single IP address can be shared by multiple devices in a private network, making it more efficient use of limited pool of available IPv4 address. The second is security. The use of port number in addition to IP address adds an extra layer of security. External entities has limited visibility into the individual device within the private network. The third is load balancing. PAT can distribute incoming traffic among multiple internal devices, optimize resources usage, and prevent congestion. The fourth is isolation. Devices with the private networks are shielded from direct exposure to the external network, reducing the risk of unauthorized access. So, in the ever-evolving landscape of networking, port address translation stands as a crucial mechanism that bridges the gap between the private network and the global internet. Its ability to efficiently manage communication, conserve IP address, enhance security, and balance network load make it an indispensable tool for modern networking infrastructure. As the demand for connectivity continues to grow, port address translation remains a cornerstone in ensuring the seamless and secure exchange of data across diverse networks. The second question we have is, what is endpoint detection and response, which is also called as EDR? In the age where digital threats are evolving at an unprecedented pace, and organizations are compelled to adopt advanced security measures to safeguard their sensitive data and critical assets. One such cutting-edge solution that has gained prominence in endpoint security and response, which is also called as the EDR. EDR is a robust cybersecurity strategy that empowers organizations to identify, investigate, and respond to cyber threat at a very edge of their network on individual endpoint. So EDR is a comprehensive cybersecurity approach that focuses on securing endpoint, which encompass devices such as laptop, desktop, server, mobile devices, and even IoT devices. Unlike traditional cybersecurity solutions, they mainly rely on parameters defense. EDR operate with the network, constantly monitoring and analyzing the activity of endpoints for the sign of potential threat. Now let's talk about the functionality and significance. The core functionality of EDR revolves around detection, investigation, and response. The first is detection. EDR solutions employ a wide array of techniques including behavior analysis, machine learning, signature-based detection, and anomaly detection to identify abnormal activity that may indicate a cyber threat. These activities could range from malware infection and phishing attempt to unauthorized access. The second is investigation. Once a potential threat is detected, EDR tools provide a deep insight into the nature and scope of the incident. They gather relevant data from the endpoint and create a detailed timeline of event, aiding security team in understanding the attack chain and extent of the potential damage. The third is response. Armed with valuable insights, security team can take swift and targeted action to neutralize the threat. EDR solutions allow for remote action such as isolation, compromise endpoint, terminating malicious process, and even rolling back changes made by the attackers. The significance of EDR lies in its ability to provide real-time threat visibility and a proactive defense. It shifts the focus from merely preventing attack to actively hunting for threats within the network, thereby minimizing the dwell time of attackers and reducing potential damage. So the key advantage of the EDR is that early detection. So EDR solution excel at detecting the threat in the early stage, often before they can escalate into a full-blown breach. The second advantage is rapid response. With insight into this specific of attacks, security teams can respond quickly and efficiently, minimizing the impact of the incident. The third advantage is advanced analytics. EDR tools leverage advanced analytics and machine learning to detect complex and involving threats that might elude traditional security measures. The fourth is forensic analysis. EDRs allow for thorough forensic analysis, enabling organizations to understand attack vectors, patterns, and motive for continuous improvement. The fifth is endpoint visibility. Organizations gain granular visibility into the endpoint, ensuring that even remote or less frequent use devices are protected. Implementing an EDR solution is not without its challenges. Complexity in deployment, managing false positive, and potential impact on endpoint performance are some concern organizations must address. Additionally, EDR effectively hinges on skilled security professionals capable of implementing the data and making informed decisions. EDR is poised with continuous involving integrated with security information event management, which is also called as the SIEM system. Enhanced automation and improved threat hunting capabilities are anticipated trends. Furthermore, as the Internet of Things ecosystem expands, extending EDR capability to cover a broad range of devices will become paramount. So, in a landscape where cyber threats are persistent and ever-evolving, organizations cannot afford to rely solely on the traditional security approach. Endpoint detection system emerge as a critical component in the cybersecurity arsenal, offering real-time threat detection, rapid response, and proactive defense against sophisticated attacks. By fortifying the digital parameters at the endpoint level, EDR enhances an organization's ability to safeguard its digital asset, maintain operational continuity, and adapt to the dynamic threat landscape of the modern world. So guys, this was for today. Thank you.